The SIG MCX Spear is not a casual rifle, and it was never designed to be one. This is not a budget AR, a competition race gun, or a lightweight range toy. The MCX Spear exists in a very specific category, a premium, modern battle rifle built for power, suppression, and durability above all else. If you are looking at this rifle, you are not comparing it to entry-level AR-10s. You are comparing it to the best rifles money can buy. The MCX Spear is SIG Sauer's flagship large-frame rifle platform. It is the civilian legal version of the rifle selected by the U.S. Army under the Next Generation Squad Weapon Program. But what matters more to you as a buyer is what that selection forced SIG to build. A rifle engineered to handle sustained pressure, suppressor use, and hard-firing schedules without compromising reliability. At its core, the MCX Spear is a 7.62 by 51 NATO rifle built around a short-stroke gas piston system, a monolithic upper receiver, and a folding stock architecture that completely eliminates the traditional AR buffer tube. That alone sets it apart from most AR-10 pattern rifles on the market. People do not buy the MCX Spear by accident. They buy it because they want something very specific. You want this rifle if you value authority over convenience. Authority means power. It means penetration. It means confidence that when you press the trigger, the rifle delivers decisive performance through barriers, at distance, and under less than ideal conditions. The MCX Spear is appealing to buyers who want a full-power rifle cartridge in a modern platform. A suppressor-first design, not an afterthought, a folding stock without sacrificing reliability. Military-grade engineering and materials. A rifle that does not feel delicate or over-tuned. This is the kind of rifle you buy when you are done compromising. You are not chasing the lightest setup. You are not trying to shave ounces. You are accepting weight in exchange for durability, recoil control under suppression, and long-term reliability. That mindset matters because the MCX Spear punishes buyers who don't understand what they are getting into. The MCX Spear's use of 7.62 by 51 NATO is one of its biggest selling points, and one of its biggest deterrents. This cartridge offers real advantages: superior barrier penetration, better energy retention at distance, greater effectiveness through intermediate cover, more predictable terminal performance, but it also carries costs: heavier ammunition, increased recoil, higher ammo prices, reduced round count per loadout. If you are considering this rifle, you are accepting those trade-offs knowingly. This is not a platform for people who complain about recoil. It is for people who understand that recoil is managed through rifle weight, gas system design, suppressors, and training. The MCX Spear handles recoil better than many traditional AR-10s because it was built from the ground up to manage it. The piston system, adjustable gas, and overall mass work together to keep the rifle controllable, even when suppressed. You are not buying a soft shooter. You are buying a controllable power rifle. The reason the MCX Spear costs what it does becomes obvious the moment you handle it. This rifle is overbuilt by design. The short-stroke gas piston system reduces carbon fouling in the receiver and improves reliability during suppressed fire. This is not marketing. It is a real, tangible difference in maintenance and performance if you plan to run a suppressor. The monolithic upper receiver increases rigidity, improves optic retention, and gives the rifle a solid, unified feel. Nothing flexes, nothing rattles. Everything feels intentional. The elimination of the buffer tube allows a true folding stock. That matters more than people realize. It makes the rifle easier to transport, easier to store, and more adaptable to different shooting environments. Ambidextrous controls are standard and well executed. This rifle is designed for real use, not showroom appeal. Every major design decision on the MCX Spear reflects one priority: this rifle must keep working when pushed hard. Let's address the elephant in the room. The MCX Spear is heavy. Unloaded, it sits around 9 pounds. Once you add an optic, suppressor, and loaded magazine, you are well into double-digit territory. This rifle will fatigue you faster than a lightweight AR. There is no way around that. The question is whether the weight feels worth it. For many buyers, it does. The rifle balances well for its size, especially with a suppressor. The recoil impulse is smooth for a full-power cartridge. The rifle tracks predictably during follow-up shots. This is not a rifle you sprint with all day. It is a rifle you post up with, move deliberately with, and shoot with intent. If that appeals to you, the weight becomes a feature, not a flaw. The most common alternative buyers consider is a traditional AR-10 pattern rifle. AR-10s are cheaper. They are lighter in many configurations. They are familiar. Parts are more interchangeable. But AR-10s also have limitations. Buffer tube restrictions, less suppressor optimization out of the box, greater sensitivity to gas tuning, more variation in build quality. The MCX Spear costs more because it solves problems the AR-10 accepts. You are paying for engineering that assumes suppressor use, heavy firing schedules, and long-term durability. If you want the cheapest way into 7.62, this is not it. If you want the best execution of a modern 7.62 rifle, this is where the MCX Spear earns its price. When buyers step into the MCX Spear price bracket, they are no longer comparing entry-level rifles. They are comparing platforms that represent the top tier of modern battle rifles. The most common alternatives are the FNS, CAR, H, and HK large frame platforms like the HK417. The SCAR H offers proven durability, lighter weight in some configurations, and a long combat reputation. However, it comes with trade-offs: proprietary parts, a less refined suppressor experience, and ergonomics that feel dated to shooters accustomed to modern AR-style controls. HK platforms bring exceptional build quality and reliability, but they are expensive, harder to source, and even more proprietary than the SCAR. Ownership often means committing to limited availability and premium pricing for every component. The MCX Spear sits in a unique position between these two. It offers modern AR-like ergonomics without AR-10 limitations. It provides suppressor optimization that neither the SCAR nor HK platforms execute as cleanly out of the box. It also benefits from SIG's current production scale, meaning parts, support, and accessories are more accessible than many competing premium rifles. For buyers who want modern ergonomics, suppression, and long-term support, the MCX Spear often becomes the most practical choice in the high-end market. One of the MCX Spear's strongest selling points is how it behaves over time. This rifle was not designed to be babied. The piston system significantly reduces fouling in the receiver, especially when suppressed. Cleaning intervals are more forgiving, and the rifle maintains consistent performance across longer firing sessions. Maintenance is straightforward but deliberate. This is not a rifle you neglect entirely, but it does not punish you for running it hard. The bolt, carrier system, and upper receiver are overbuilt compared to many AR-10 platforms. That over-engineering shows itself in consistency rather than flash. Owners who shoot frequently tend to appreciate the Spear more over time, not less. The MCX Spear is one of the best large-frame rifles you can own if suppression matters to you. This rifle was designed with suppression as an expectation, not an afterthought. Gas adjustment is intuitive and effective. Recoil impulse remains manageable. Gas blowback is reduced compared to many AR-10s. If you plan to run suppressed regularly, the MCX Spear justifies its price more clearly than almost any competitor. This is not a sometimes suppressed rifle. It is a suppressor-first platform. While the MCX Spear is a premium rifle out of the box, it still allows meaningful customization. Optics mounting is straightforward thanks to the rigid, monolithic upper. Handguard space accommodates modern accessories without crowding. Stock options, grips, and muzzle devices are easy to tailor to personal preference. What you should not expect is infinite aftermarket compatibility like a standard AR. The MCX ecosystem is intentionally controlled. That is part of what keeps the platform reliable. If you are serious about purchasing a SIG MCX Spear, availability matters. These rifles are not always easy to find, and prices can vary significantly. Recommended places to check: SIG Sauer's official dealer network, best for authenticity and support. Large national firearms retailers that regularly stock premium rifles. Reputable online firearm marketplaces with strong buyer protection and transfer processes. High-end local gun stores that specialize in duty-grade and collector firearms. Always verify exact model variant included components, compliance with local and state laws, dealer reputation because of the price point. Buying from a trusted source matters more with this rifle than almost any other. The SIG MCX Spear is not for everyone, and it was never meant to be. It is a rifle for buyers who want authority, durability, and modern engineering without compromise. If that describes you, the MCX Spear is one of the most compelling battle rifles you can own today.